Hey guys, it's prediction time and review time of last weekend's predictions and our accumulator. I'm Dynasty9085. Welcome to the video. This video is the last predictions of the Premier League season. And unfortunately for Huddersfield, Fulham and Cardiff, it's their last games in the Premier League. Yes! Obviously meaning Brighton survived. We stayed up. Thank you very much. You know who you are. I'm not going to mention names. Paris. Obviously, as you can all imagine, I was absolutely delighted with the Cardiff result. And Brighton have Premier League football for another season. Hopefully, we can learn from our mistakes within this season and we can improve the squad over the summer. And hopefully we can push on and have a much more productive season next season and not be so close to a relegation dogfight like we were this season. So, no, absolutely delighted. Looking forward to more Premier League football for Brighton Hove Albion. Absolutely delighted with the result of us staying up. So, starting off with our predictions from last weekend. As you can see, we got one perfect score. Which was the Everton-Burnley game, which finished 2-0. And the correct results, we got 7 out of 10, which wasn't too bad, much better than last week. So hopefully we can finish off on a much higher score and hopefully get a few more perfect scores as well, would be nice. So those are the predictions from last weekend. The acca, as you can see, pretty shocking. 3 teams let us down, nothing really more we can do about it. Accas are quite... Especially at this time when games are all over the place, it's kind of hard to sort of pick out particular games and try and get like the best odds for your money and best value and things like that. So it's always difficult, as I'm sure most of you know, with your accumulators to sort of find the best ones that you feel like, yeah, I'm going to get the most money out of this for, the most value. Anyway, so... this weekend's final predictions for the Premier League season are as follows. Obviously, Brighton have a really easy game at home against the probably up-and-coming Premier League champions for the second year running. Brighton Hove Albion did incredibly well against Arsenal last weekend, getting a 1-1 draw away from home. It literally felt like a win for us. It was absolutely fantastic. And the performance, more than the result, was more important. And we played so well. And I was absolutely delighted with how we played. Obviously, that says, with the pressure off, the team suddenly performed better. Yes, to a degree. But obviously going away to Arsenal and getting a point, which a fair few teams didn't, is still a fantastic feat for us. And I felt like we, if we could take that performance and bring it into next season, I think we could be much more secure in our Premier League status and not be in a relegation fight. If we play like that, I mean, Solly March came on and just changed the game completely. He was fantastic. The penalty was a penalty. Arsenal's penalty, debatable, but it is what it is. Ref's given it. They've only got seconds to make a decision. It's just one of those. So obviously Arsenal fans were absolutely delighted. Missing out on the Champions League, but obviously with the Europa League final coming up, congratulations to both Arsenal and Chelsea for making it to the final. Having an all-English Europa League final as well as an all-English Champions League final is absolutely fantastic. It's great for English football, and I'm delighted it happened. I mean, this week's just been absolutely chaotic for English clubs in European competitions. Just never seen anything like it in my life, and absolutely fantastic. So, and obviously fair play to Liverpool, especially Liverpool beating Barcelona 4-0 at home is pretty impressive. And obviously Spurs making it hard for yourselves, but you got there in the end, and that's all that matters. So, fantastic results for English clubs in the European competitions. Anyway, so Brighton against Manchester City. So I went off a bit there. We're going for a 3-1 defeat for Brighton, obviously, with Man City lifting up the Premier League trophy, which I think most people would probably go for that. Burnley at home against Arsenal. We're going to go for a 1-0 win for Burnley. I think Arsenal will obviously put all their eggs into that Europa League final, so they'll probably put out a weakened side. Palace at home against Bournemouth. We're going for a 2-1 home win for Palace. Box standard, I guess. And then we've got Fulham at home against Newcastle, going for a 2-1 away win for Newcastle. And then we got Leicester at home against Chelsea. Again, I think Chelsea will put a weakened side out with the Europa League final coming up against Arsenal. So I think a 2-0 victory for Leicester. Liverpool at home against Wolves. They've got to win. They've got to put the pressure on City. So a 3-0 victory for Liverpool. But unfortunately, I just don't think it will be enough. I mean, if Brighton can get anything out of City, you know, fantastic. But I just can't see it happening. But however, Liverpool to win this game by 3-0. Man United at home against Cardiff. Man United kind of crash landed into the end of the season. Good times. But however, it's Cardiff, they're down, so they should be able to win by 2-0. And then Southampton at home against, obviously, already relegated Huddersfield. We've gone for a 3-0 victory for Southampton. We've got Spurs at home against Everton. We've gone for a 2-1 win. Spurs might put a weakened side out. They might not 100% sure. But I think Spurs will probably be slightly too strong for Everton in this case. But I could be wrong. And then Watford at home against West Ham. We're going for a classic 1-1 draw. So those are the predictions. So with the acca for the final Premier League fixtures, it's an 8-fold with, you know, pretty much what I've gone for. Obviously, Man City to win away, Liverpool to win at home, Man United to win at home, Burnley to win at home, Leicester to win at home, Palace to win at home, Newcastle to win away, and Southampton to win at home. The odds on that are 82.45 to 1, and I put a £2 bet on that, and if that comes in, it's £164.90. So don't forget that Peter Crouch podcast. This week it was training ground episodes. I actually thought this was one of the funniest episodes I've heard yet. Had me in stitches. It was just absolutely some of the stories they were talking about, and it was just incredibly funny and hilarious. So make sure you check it out. It's the one definitely not to miss. And of course, best till last, that Karl podcast, they have the Tales of Beer episode. So just a full-on discussion about alcohol. Yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. It's a 10-minute and 31-second episode. I suppose it is longer than 10 minutes. You know, just a bit more. More! People are going to want more, guys. Come on. Surely you could do like a 20-minute or half an hour episode in your podcasts. Anyway, we shall wait and see. But, so don't forget to check out Karl's podcast as well. So, that is the end of the video. Next week, we'll still do the review of these predictions and our acca. What I'll also do is show you my predictions of the final Premier League table, which will be quite an interesting look. If I get the time as well, what I'm going to do is add up all my perfect scores and all my correct results and just give you a whole outlook of how well I've done over the season. Obviously, I did miss a few midweek games, but you know it is what it is. You're just gonna have to go with what the numbers I give you for the ones I did predict. So that will be next week's video. Obviously, same day, same-ish time. So, but yeah, it's been fun doing all these prediction videos. Hopefully you've liked them, whoever's been watching them, and that's all I'm going to give you for now. So hope you all have a good weekend. Good luck on your accas, and good luck to Manchester City and Liverpool for that final title race. Obviously, I would love to see Brighton beat Man City, but let's be honest here, I just can't really see it happening. But if we can help Liverpool in any shape, form, then we will. If not, then sorry, Liverpool. Better not next year. Yikes. But should be an interesting day on Sunday for Premier League. But so that'll do for now. Cheers!